It's fabulous. It's been a fabulous night, and I hope soon there's another one as well. I hope there is, because it's spot on.
And just chill out, and then we'll. There's a pile of hot water over there, so you can get one. And there's blankets everywhere, a Rama blanket. Tonight's the last ever show at the Hub. We're moving. We move in January to the Holbeck around the corner. We've been putting shows on here since October 2012, and we've been putting a show on every other Sunday pretty much since. We're not stopping. We're just moving. We're moving to the Holbeck, which is the Working Men's Club's 600 metres that way. And the crucial thing about the Holbeck is they have heating.
Since last year's general meeting, things have changed quite a lot in the club. We do need your support all the time. It's essential. Holbeck's a deprived area, and there aren't a lot of people who live locally who do come in club. I'll say no more about that. It's a bit of a bone of contention. But support club as much as you can. Thanks very much indeed.
The Holbeck Working Men's Club near Leeds United Ground was the local show date. Rather like what the Metropolitan Theatre, Edgware Road, was for variety in London. All the variety agents used to come to two places in England for them to book the circuits. They'd go to the Edgware Road place for London for the Southern Circuit, and they'd come to Holbeck Club for the Northern Circuits.
That's it. That's it. Keep coming. Keep coming. Oh, that's fucked it. Oh. Oh, they're moving to cars pretty quickly. Uh-oh.
Oh, someone's in a lot of trouble. Oh, it's not funny, it's really serious, but crucially, we did not do this.
We did not do this.
We're in all of the different parts of the hub, getting things in boxes, Skip's on its way. Priority today is to shift the office, because once Joanna is up and running at the new venue, then the company can keep running and we can all take longer to get everything across.
Yes, I hope you can cut this a bit. I don't know what you want. I'm sorry. We're known as a theatre company, and we do different things. We're known for making sort of large-scale outdoor people's theatre productions, and more recently launched what we call the Cultural Community College, which is a programme of adult creative education. We've used the Holbeck for a number of years, and we're just around the space much more than we had been previously. And in some of the discussions that we were having with the volunteers who had been running the space, we together saw an opportunity to come in and run the space day to day on behalf of the club and the members, and move our activity here. So it felt like a win-win for everyone.
I think some of the members, and I don't know whether they still do, they have this idea that they've been taken over.
Yes, it has been a bit difficult at first, because it's like you've got a baby and you've nurtured it for so long, and then you're handing it over, but you're handing it over for the best reasons.
You must know that there's an area locally called the managed zone, and I think one of the rumours was that there was going to be breakfasts provided for the sex workers.
Remember that the club is still ours, right? It doesn't belong to Slung Low. They're our managers. It belongs to you, the members, right? So remember that. It's not a takeover. As far as I'm concerned, it's a great partnership that I think will go from strength to strength.
Well, I noticed today that one of the Slung Low members was sweeping up, which I've never seen anyone do before. And I was, it shows a sort of commitment.
43rd most influential person in British theatre, right here. Me and Rufus Norris emptying bins today.
Right. Do you need a signature there?
Yeah, when I find the computer.
Do you have a copy as well?
We'll keep that.
Oh, I
The beer is, I don't want to think about it for very much longer. I want us to get competent, and then I would like to really forget about it. And we're going to bring some people in to run it because it's a means to an end. It's really important to the community. It's really important to the people who literally own this place as a cooperative that continues. So it's important to me. And we're very quickly learning how to run a pub and doing it wonderfully badly at the minute. We're closing for a week because of the asbestos. And the ale will go off before we reopen. So there's just this dead 10 days. He'll be back. Got a coach full coming if you're looking happy.
Hey.
Maybe a snake bite in black, please.
Yeah.
Budweiser and yeah, we're fair coming. Got Tetley's on.
Yes. So you say beer.
It's alright, we'll get it. We'll get there. Stay with us. We've only run a pub for 4 days.
We just wanted a surprise, but we can't do it.
Yeah, you take a two-burger instead, but we sort it out.
Yeah. Christmas Day.
3 people think it tastes funny, so it does.
What's happened? Because there's supposed to be some that comes through when you do the ping back.
It could be that everyone's just having a bit of a moment and everyone thinks it tastes funny because it tastes funny. Or number 2, the barrel's gone off. So you're going to help Joanna go downstairs. If it's not rammed full, just chin it off and then write on it, this tastes funny, or do rapid LX tape and then ring the brewery tomorrow and say it tastes funny and let's see what happens.
Can I have a bag of crisp, plain crisp, please?
Yeah.
Yes, Dan, sorry about that.
I'll let that we worked some stuff out, I think. Yeah, it's calmed down now because they've all gone, but I think there might be a little rush after the game.
Initially what we've got is a group of people who have been running this as volunteers who are really happy they don't have to do that anymore. The idea of that in your free time you're just going to come and clean a pub so that the pub doesn't close is great for the first few weeks, and then when you enter year 4 or 5 you're like, holy hell, are we still doing this?
I think it's fair to say that some at first were apprehensive because of the whole thing of, oh, it won't be our club anymore, they're taking over. Because clubs have got a culture all of their own. I just hope that members of the club do support it.
The second stock take for a period of 11 days, from the 28th of December to the 7th of January, showed almost the same amount of loss, £352.51. So the same amount of stock that had been lost in about 6 weeks had been lost in 11 days.
In really brutal terms, someone has stolen from us. Yeah. And we all, with various roles, guard the membership's stuff. And they stole from them. So there's no, and I looked into this and I thought, right, because my natural instinct is let's find them and let's take them out to the car park and chop their hands off. And there's no, the amount of effort needed to do that sort of, it's not wise. We'll just lose our minds in all sorts of, so we just drew a line underneath it. So the day we got the stock take done, on the day we took over and went, right, now we're really solid, we're completely computerising the system, it's going to allow us on an almost daily basis to be able to track stuff. So we've done some things, the first of which is we've changed the locks on the doors. So anybody who has keys now, amongst this group of people, will just be given new keys.
In 12 months while I've been here, we've had all the stock takes, and they've been up in set for the one, and then the second one it was down. But for some unknown reason, in 11 days, I've got the results here on my phone, and I didn't believe the last one when I was here because it was like a barrel of Carlsberg, and whatever. And I'm sure there must be some receipts or something missing because there's no way it was down the amount that they were saying. Absolute craziness.
Having moved in here on literally day one to be presented with that, I think it requires action. I think you should all be worried. If I turn up here and go, so the stock taker that you've had for the last 3 years, which you've never had a problem with, has done 2 stock takes, you're down nearly 800 quid, but I've decided not to do anything about it, because what's 800 quid between friends? At that point, you should be really questioning how you can remove me. Whereas what we've done, your stock taker, it's your stock taker, he's been good as gold all day long, we got him to check, we got him to triple check, and we brought him back in the next day, the next week to triple check again, because I didn't want to come to you and be, oh, by the way, we got it wrong. If the numbers are wrong, then a lot of people looking at them couldn't find a way.
There's a bit of, hang on, why are you doing this? Who are you and what are you going to do to our thing? But that's always been the way. That's been, with everything we do, that we get that. Why are you here? We don't normally have people like you here. And the only way you ever win the argument is by standing in the rain. And you just keep standing and you make your promises and then you live up to them. And at some point they stop hating you. So we paid off their debts. And we gave back the members of the deeds, and then we will run this place. The pub will stay exactly the same, the Working Men's Club will stay exactly the same, although we'll refer to it as a social club, and then the rest of the space will be turned into the arts centre that we had at the hub. So there'll be a performance space, there'll be teaching spaces, rehearsal spaces, and our office, which also used to be a Santa's grotto until last week. So we're surrounded by the Grinch and the Snowman, which is making me a better artist. Every single thing we've ever done, we've known nothing about. So now people ring us and say, oh, we're doing, National Theatres ring us and say, we're doing a show on water, could you come and advise us? And we go, of course, please give us lots of money. And 3 years ago, we had no idea what we were doing. And we worked really hard to become much better informed. And that's true of every single thing we've ever done. We are truly terrible at running a pub. We've spent 20 minutes trying to pour 1 pint of San Miguel. But we will get better at it.
So there's quite a mix of people here today. There's we put a call out on social media and to our mailing list, and some are people who are sort of previous hub supporters, some are artists who've used the venue, some are there are a couple of students from Leeds University where some of our team did a lecture and they were just kind of interested in sort of getting involved.
We've moved in, which is great, and we've temporarily shut, which is bad, because the asbestos was coming out the cellar, so it's all gone. Hooray! The majority of the work today is to convert the flat upstairs, which is really in bad state last week, so those of you here ripped out all the carpets and the wallpaper, and we've plastered it, and now it needs painting and carpets putting down, and then it will become offices and bedrooms for visiting artists.
I think they're absolutely brilliant. Being a working class artist myself, they just provide opportunities for people that wouldn't otherwise have them, and also in a part of Leeds that people give like Holbeck a really hard time.
So we had a group of kids came in earlier who are the kids club, who are going to be based in our bus downstairs. So they all came so that they could say that they had painted a part of the new space.
I think it's brilliant. I think it'll bring lots of new audiences, bring new life to the building.
We're definitely 4 days away from being finished. If we have to sleep and eat here for the next 4 days, we have to be finished in 4 days. It's good. The thing we're discovering is that this is a bit like doing a show, but without the sense of adrenaline that comes from having a night. So we're all pretty beat. But at the same time, we definitely see, you can see day on day, we put a stage up, we put a rig up, we're starting to paint rooms. And so I think when it's all done and it's cleaned, which will be Wednesday morning with no excuses, we're going to feel really optimistic about that. But like everything we do, it's always difficult in the doing of it. And if it wasn't, then we'd probably find something else to do.
Most of the people here won't have seen anything like it. If they've gone to the theatre, it'll be something that was an organised trip, like going to see Oliver or, Blues Brothers or something like that. So I think they won't have experienced anything else. And I think a lot might say, oh, I'm not going to that because, oh no, it won't be my thing. But unless you try it, you don't know, do you?
The thing I draw your attention to is the 2nd of March. We have a big cabaret. It'd be really great for you all to be there. It's pay what you decide, so you put money in at the pot. It's a really great lineup. It's the first time we're able to really get up there and stretch our wings a bit. We've got a 7-piece band, a magician, a drag queen, the whole kit and caboodle. We're doing the whole thing.
Yeah, are you here for the cabaret now? Yes. There's 2 there.
Yeah, one there. So we're on day 60, I think. We've done the full renovation. We've more or less got on top of running the bar, and now this is our first big show that we're putting on for everyone who comes to the club.
House open, ladies and gentlemen, house open.
We've been praying for 6 years for something like this to happen. We didn't know what it would be. We would never, ever have guessed that this would be the answer. But God has surprising things for Holbeck.
these people will just give us another life, a second chance for the Holbeck to be alive and to bring a variety of events like tonight's event, for example, which I'm really excited about.
Thank you so much for coming. This marks the end of the first period, the first 60 days we've been here at the Holbeck. We've got to know the members here. Hopefully we've really got more competent at running a bar. We're not quite there yet. We've renovated, we've built bedrooms, we've built a stage. Hunker down. Get a bottle of wine. What I love about this is all the members are like, the wine's gone up, and everybody else has come in and gone, I can't believe the wine's so cheap! Welcome to the Holbeck!
We're all, 100% behind it and just want it to succeed. Because you just look at the footfall for upstairs tonight. It's amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playing cards.
You are incredibly welcome. We've had the most amazing 60 days. It's been incredibly hard work. Everyone keeps saying to me, Joanna, don't you look tired? Yeah, they're really tired. And do you ever get to go home? No, that's why we built a bedroom upstairs.
Slung Low are one of our really important parts of our national portfolio. They do amazing work, and what I've seen tonight here in Holbeck is really exciting. They've come into this building, they've breathed new life into it. Everybody's had a fantastic time, and they've had their cultural and artistic horizons broadened. They've seen stuff they wouldn't normally see here, and they've had a brilliant time while they did it.
Quote by local councillor, best night in Holbeck. I thought it was amazing.
Oh, it's great.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Alan and his team have taken over. We still do our little bit, but it's easier for us because it's all run by professional people, which is really good. And they can bring more people in, and it's a saviour for this building. Because if this wouldn't have happened, then we don't know where we'd have been. Slung Low have done an absolutely fantastic job tonight. What a great evening. Everybody's enjoyed themselves.
There isn't an MA course on how to be alternative theatre practitioners in post-industrial northern towns.
It's been a bit of a relief because we felt that after 6 years, quite a lot of us that have been doing it for that time, we were getting a little bit tired. And sometimes it was like, going uphill and then falling back down again. But now Slung Low is actually here to manage the place. It feels like a big relief. It just feels like the pressure's been taken off.
And what they are about, I think they are about being honest and wanted honestly to involve you as a person into the art world without any fancy posh barriers or names. And I am so keen to get more of my neighbours and anybody else that is in the community to come and be part of it.
And so hopefully in a year's time, what this is to some people it's a pub, and to some people it's an arts centre. And I suppose after a year, we would hope that those people would start to think of it as both.
I mean, everybody that comes in is so welcoming, they're so pleasant. Obviously that's the type of people that actually follow them. So in my mind, I've not seen the negative at all, and I don't think I ever will, because the young people as well, and the problem with working men's clubs is you don't get the young ones coming in. As the older generation moves on, you don't normally get the younger ones taking over. So I think it is a good thing.